Hey, how are we doing, pre-litigation community, CROs, consumer protection attorneys, consumers? How are we doing? So today I'm going to talk to you about why you should care about Metro 2. There's a lot of talk about Metro 2, and a lot of people say, well, what is it? Well, we're going to tell you why you need to know what it is and why you need to care about it. So let's take a look here as we're going live. Let's take a look at what the FCRA actually requires. Okay, the FCRA requires, let's do a screen share here and show you guys. Actually, take a look here. Share screen. All right, let's take a look here. Okay, so again, we're going to talk about why do you care? Why should you care about Metro 2? I mean, it doesn't matter unless you know why you should care about it. Okay, so there is one sentence in the FCRA, which is why you, whether you're a CRO, a consumer protection attorney, or a consumer, need to care. So the FCRA requires a certain standard for accurate reporting information. It is one sentence of information. What the FCRA says is whenever a consumer reporting agency, which is a credit bureau, prepares a consumer report, which consumer reports are the reports that are produced for car dealerships, for credit card companies, for mortgage companies. Those are consumer reports. So whenever the output, not the input, but the output, whenever the output, which is the consumer report, is prepared, the consumer reporting agency shall, which means will, follow reasonable procedures. Okay, this is really important to assure maximum possible accuracy. That is also really important of the information concerning the individual about whom the report relates. So Metro 2 is in fact the bridge that connects reasonable procedures to maximum possible accuracy. It is an industry standard that was created out of the reasonable procedure requirement, and this industry standard is a data format and a series of other industry standard reporting standards designed to assure maximum possible accuracy. So Metro 2 is actually the bridge that connects reasonable procedures to maximum possible accuracy. So anytime a case is being argued and people say, well, Metro 2 is not the law, well, that's absolutely true. It is not, but the law is really vague. It just says maximum possible accuracy, but it leaves it up to interpretation what is accuracy. But it requires reasonable procedures. So they've got their own industry standard that bridges the gap. So let's actually take a look here at what is going on in Metro 2. So we have a document called the Credit Reporting Resource Guide. This is, in fact, the official manual for Metro 2, which is the industry standard. Okay, and if we go down here to their Chapter 2, right here, features of the Metro 2 format, which is a data format, which means that the data is standardized and it is interchangeable. And what I mean by that is, if you think of the furniture, they type the data in their system and they submit the same identical batch of data to all bureaus at the same time, right? How can you do that? Because it is a standardized format of the data. There are two bullets right here that tell you, and by the way, this is an authoritative document, right? This is, in fact, the official manual for their industry standard. That is really important to know. If you go to Webster's dictionary to try to define accuracy, well, okay, I mean, you can argue that it's a dictionary. But there's nothing more authoritative than their own industry standard, okay? And so there's two bullet points in this entire manual that tell you that this very clearly is the bridge between reasonable procedures and maximum possible accuracy. Number one, it tells you, okay, what are the features of the Metro 2 format? It is accepted by all CRAs. The Metro 2 format enables the reporting, here we go, of accurate, complete, and they actually even add timely, okay? Accurate, complete, and timely information. So they are telling you in their own industry standard manual that this data format enables the reporting of accurate, complete, and timely information. And they also are telling you right here that it meets all requirements of the FCRA. All requirements, okay? And remember, the FCRA had a requirement that the bureaus have reasonable procedures to assure maximum possible accuracy. And so this is why you should actually care about Metro 2, is because this is the bridge that connects reasonable procedures to accuracy. And this is not a complicated document to go through, the Metro 2 manual. A lot of people say, oh, it's all computer language and this and that. Well, Metro 2 is not a computer language. It is a data format. And if you go to chapter 4 has a list of all of your data fields, and we'll just kind of show you some of them. We'll enlarge this, and it's actually plain English right here. It's got your data fields listed, your account type, and it tells you exactly where to go. Exhibit 1 to see how they're supposed to report. It has your date opened. It tells you exactly how they're supposed to report. Report the date the account was originally opened. That is not a very complicated thing, is it? So what we want to do is we want to take chapter 4 of the Metro 2 manual, which is where your data fields are, and you want to read the credit report, and you want to find errors, and you want to put the bureaus on notice of those errors. And so there you go, my friends. That, in fact, is how you use Metro 2 as the one and only bridge to the actual language of the FCRA, which is the Bureau's requirement to have reasonable procedures. That is what the law requires, reasonable procedures. And the law requires maximum possible accuracy. And so there you go. You guys can all go out and tell your friends that you now understand why you should care about Metro 2. Go ahead and drop your comments on the video below. Tell me what you think about this, and we will see you all on the next video. Take care. Actually, well, we got some messages coming in now, so let's take a look here and see what we have. I was about to sign off. Let's see. Robert Sigmund. Okay. People ask if Metro 2 is law. Now they know. That is correct. Now you know. That's right. The law requires accuracy. It does not define accuracy. Metro 2 is, in fact, the bridge. And so if you cannot demonstrate that bridge to a judge, then I don't know what you can demonstrate to a judge to tie together the requirements of a law. So good question there, Robert. So, all right. I don't see any other questions chiming in, so we will sign off on this one. And until the next one, you guys take care.